Welcome back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I left a couple notes in the last episode because I messed a couple of things up. One of them very quickly is I moved this guy basically 4. He was here, and of course there's a penalty being adjacent, so this would have been 1, 2. He's still adjacent 3, 4, so he couldn't have made it here. He is going to be here. Still, the range, shooting from a lower to a higher, would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys don't get a range penalty until they're range 5. And which brings me to the second thing, the error that I had made, I left a note about. When you're shooting from a lower elevation to a higher elevation, you get that +2 distance penalty. But when you're shooting from a higher elevation to a lower elevation, you do not get that +2 range penalty. And so when Raphael was up here on the roof shooting at the thugs at the beginning of the episode, he should not have been taking that range penalty, knocking one hit off each time. And so what that meant was one of the thug brawlers would have been knocked out right away on the first attack. Raphael used a second attack to get rid of him. So how I'm going to try to correct that right now is he was rolling 4 dice. I'm just going to pick one of these thug brawlers that ran away because he would have been attacked. And we're going to redo that attack and defense. And so it would have been 4 attack dice versus 2 defense dice. So let's just do that right now. And he has 2, 3. He's going to spend a focus and re-roll that. And getting 5 hits, which is going to be good enough because these guys only have 2 defense dice. Even if he rolls 2 shields, he'd still only block 2, take 3 damage. So in fact, one of these thugs would have then been knocked out by Raphael. Sorry about messing that rule up, but that's the way it is. Okay, we are very close to the end here. It's going to be, of course, the last episode. We still have 2 thug brawlers who are 2 steps away from exiting the board and winning it for the villain player. But up next, we either have Donatello going. Donatello is here up on the roof, or we have Michelangelo going, who is right here. So to think about that, let's go over to the turtle area and decide which one is going to take their turn. Okay, I think we're going to have Donatello go. It's pretty obvious that we're in a bit of trouble here because those 2 thug brawlers are almost off the map. There's just not enough movement, I don't think, for Donatello to be able to get to those thug brawlers, but we're going to give it a try anyway. So the first thing he's going to do is he will spend a double movement. So so now he can move 6 spaces. So let's go back to the board and we'll have him move 6 spaces and we'll see what he does. All right, so Donatello is up here on the roof. He can move 6 spaces, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he will go 5 and 6 to this space here if he's still in screen. So he can make it all the way to here, which is not going to do him a whole lot of good. Let's go back and take a look and see what he has left for dice to activate. All right, and Donatello's special card is he needs 3 katanas. He does not have them. He does have 1 ranged attack, though, so he may as well use it. He can't use these dice because he's not adjacent to anybody. He'll make 1 long-range attack and see if he can do anything. So with that, he's going to be rolling 2 dice. And let's go back to the board and have him do 1 ranged attack. He may as well do a ranged attack against one of these brawlers trying to run off the street. Again, he's going to get 2 dice. Now these guys, because of this card that is still out in play, are going to get +2 extra defense dice. So he's going to be rolling 4 defense dice. So not much luck on this ranged attack, and because this ranged attack is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away, it's going to lose 2 hits. So is that even worth doing? Maybe he should just go for this gunner. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go for the gunner. The gunner doesn't get any extra defense dice. He'll just never hit these guys. Even if I rolled 4 hits, I have to lose 2 of them. These guys are rolling 4 defense dice. I suppose it's impossible for me to take him out anyway, So yeah, we're going to shoot at the gunner because it makes more sense. And he rolls 2. Oh my god. 2 turtle shells. He's going to spend one of his focus to re-roll that. He gets 1 hit, but because he's 4 away, he loses 2 hits. So that he doesn't even hit at all. So that was a miserably failed attempt. Let's go back to his character and his turn. Wow, that was a miserable excuse for a ninja. All right, that was pretty sad. He's basically finished his turn. And he'll get one of these. And I'll stick it on. Well, he's going to be using that die. There you go. That's all he can do. Up next is the villain player's turn. So let's go ahead and process that. All right. So the villain player has 5 cards. And they get to play them. And what do they want to do? Well, I think they're going to go ahead, and the first card they're going to play. Now these 2 cards are going to disappear because we're going to be playing 2 more cards. So they get discarded. This card pile over here, these 2 are going to slide down. And the first card the villain player is going to play is a 2-time Thug Gunner. Flank them. So they get 2 separate moves. Get around to the side. So move. So they could do a move and attack and move again, or move and attack. So that's what they're going to do. And we get to activate 2 of them. Well, there is only 2 of them. So that's what they're going to do. First one we're going to activate is here. He's not adjacent to Raphael on the roof. These guys have a movement of 3. He can move 6 spaces. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He might as well run as far as he can. And he will shoot then at Donatello. And Donatello's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. He does not even get a range penalty. And so he's going to be shooting here. He's going to be rolling 2. How many attack dice does he get to attack with? 1. He's going to be attacking with 2 attack dice. So he gets 2 hits. And Donatello has a defense of 2 and 4. He has 6 defense dice. And my battery's dying, so I don't even know if I'm going to get this in. He has 6 defense dice. And he blocks 1 of them. So he'll just go ahead, take the 1 damage. He has 10 hit points left. Let me change my battery, and then we'll activate the second gunner. All right, and just to show you how much defense Donatello has, he has 4 defense dice. Not sure if you can see that. 4. Plus he has 2 turtle shells. 5, 6. So that's why he's rolling 6 dice on defense. So that gunner had basically not much chance to do anything. And Donatello probably could have re-rolled some dice, but you know what? He's got so many hit points. Game's almost over. I don't think he's too concerned about taking 1 damage at the moment. All right, back to the board. We still have 1 of the other gunners to activate, and then the villain player gets to play 1 more card. So our second gunner is adjacent now. He's going to be able to move 6 spaces. So he could move, actually he could move, attack, and then move. I think that's what he's going to do. So this is going to be 1, 2 to break away, and 3. Then he's going to shoot at Leonardo, who has a defense of 3, 4. He has a defense of 4, so it's going to be an attack of 2 dice. So a double hit, and we're not going to re-roll. Or is he going to re-roll? No, he's not going to re-roll it. So 2 hits. No range penalty because it's after 4. And Leonardo is going to have 4 defense dice. And he does not block any of them. He's going to spend one of his 2 focus tokens, re-roll all those, and gets no defense at all. So he's going to take 2 damage. So it goes from 12 hit points down to 10. Again, not a great big deal. This guy still has a move action left. And so I think I screwed up the movement of this guy because he went through this rough terrain. So that cost him 2 move. He's not like the Thug Brawler. He has to pay for movement in rough terrain. So he's going to be 1 back here. Sorry about that. And so this guy is going to get to move 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, and 3. Or does he want to go that way? I think he's going to go 1 and 2-3. He'll move to this spot. Yeah, that's what he'll do. All right, up next, Michelangelo, who is here with his nunchucks. He's a long ways away from anybody, but let's see what he can put together for moves and attacks. Yes, as I totally forget, the villain player is not finished yet. They still have to play one more card. So we're going to shuffle these ones down. And the villain player, they've already activated both gunners, so they can't do that anymore. But I do have one Thug Brawler card. Now you can also play cards face down and just activate one minion on the board. But that would make it far too easy for the villain to win, because he just have to do that twice this turn and win the game. And we don't want it to be quite that simple. So let's actually play a Thug card. Thug Brawler. I do have one. I can activate one of them. They get to move and do a double attack, crack their skulls. Well, guess what? We're not going to be doing a double attack, because one of the Thug Brawlers gets to move, and they can move 3 spaces. 1, 2, see you later. That's the second one off the board. One more minion escapes, turtles are going to lose. Now we're going to go over to Michelangelo and have him. All right, well, Michelangelo, I just don't think you got the legs to catch up to anybody, but we'll give it a shot. Now, his special ability, once per turn, Mikey can move 1 space for free, ignoring terrain and breakaway rules. Also, terrain moves cost 1 less icon of your choice. That's not really going to have much of an effect, but he might as well use his free 1 space movement. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to use both of the skateboards right here on either side, because you can do that. His movement is 4, so that's going to give him 8. He's going to be able to move a total, actually, of 9, well, not 9 spaces, but he has 9 movements, so he can move really quickly. He won't be able to use a special card this time, because I don't think he's going to get adjacent. Well, we'll see if he can. He gets to move. He has 9 movements, so let's go to the board and see just how far he can get. Oh, and he does have some ranged attack, too, so it's not outside the possibility that he can knock one of these guys out. Well, here's Michelangelo. He has a movement of 9, so let's see just how far he can get. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7, and I don't think he's going to use his special 1 movement yet. Or no, he'd have to, because that would be 7. So 8, 9. Or no, wait. I got to rethink this again. He has 8 movement and 1 special move. So he goes, that would be 7 to here. I think he's going to stay. Is he going to stay right here and take a shot first? Or not? Boy, I don't know what to do. Let me put him back here. I got to rethink this again. He has 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he wants to go this way. So that's 6. 6. Oh, man. So I'm going to leave him there, because this is rough, not rough terrain. Slow terrain. God, rough terrain, slow terrain. Slow terrain. So he moves 6 to there. Let's go back and take a look and see what he has left for well, dice. He has 2 shurikens and a katana. He's not adjacent to anybody right now, but he will be. So he's going to go ahead and spend his 2 ranged attacks at the same time. His attack's only 1, so it's going to give him 3 dice. Back to the board. And let's see what we can do. We're in trouble. We have 1 gunner thug here, 1 gunner thug here, and 1 brawler thug there. I think he's got 3 dice, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. He would lose 2 hits shooting at this guy. I think he's... Oh, man, I don't know. I think he's going to shoot at this one with his 3 dice. He has 3 dice, range attack, but he's going to lose 2 hits. Oh, you can't do any better than that. So he does 4 hits against this guy. The Thug Gunners, though, have this card in play now, which gives them 1 extra defense die to roll. So instead of rolling 2 dice in defense, they're going to roll 3. Even if they get all 3 shells, he's still going to be taken out. So there's nothing he can do. He's basically... Wow, nice shot from Michelangelo. Takes the gunner down. Wow, I didn't think that was possible, but there you have it. Very nicely done. Now, Michelangelo still has that one special movement left that he can do, and he ignores... once per turn, Mikey may move 1 space for free, ignoring terrain and breakaway rules. Also, terrain moves cost 1 less icon. So he can just move wherever he wants. So he's going to move his free move. He'll move his free move right here. Now he's adjacent to the gunner. So let's go back to his little play board. All right, well, he has 1 katana symbol left. So yes, he will do a melee attack. So he has 1 attack, 1 katana. It's going to give him 2 attack dice. He will be attacking the gunner, who is adjacent to him. All right. Wow, doing a good job, Michelangelo. 2 attack dice, melee against the gunner right beside him. He gets 2 hits, and yeah, he's going to spend a focus token to reroll this one. Come on. He gets a total of 3 hits. The gunner gets 3 defense dice, so it's possible to block them all, but not likely. He blocks 1 of them. The villain player is going to spend one of his last 2 to reroll these to try and get 2 more shells and fail. So this gunner also taken down. Wow, Michelangelo, nice job. And that is going to conclude his turn. Let's go back to his board and finish him up. I got to say, that was nicely done by Michelangelo. He pulled out all the stops, did everything he could, took down 2 of the gunners, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. I just don't think it is. Anyway, that's the end of his turn. All 4 turtles have taken a turn now, but now we end off with the villain player, and all the villain player needs to do is get that 1 brawler thug off the board to win the game. All right, we are back, and yes, we have 5 cards for the villain player. The villain player only has 1 thug brawler left on the board. Unfortunately, every one of these cards is a thug gunner card, and so we're going to invoke something called I think it's Desperate Ploy, it's called, or Desperation Activation. So why don't we just look at that rule, because it's going to end the game. Desperation Activation. If the villain player desperately needs to activate a certain villain figure and doesn't have the cards in hand, which is happening right now, they may choose to play a villain ability card face down to activate any 1 figure they control with 1 move icon, 1 melee icon, or 1 ranged icon. This isn't particularly efficient, but sometimes you need to activate a certain figure if you don't have a card for it. So guess what? The villain player is going to do just that. So these 2 cards, of course, will come off the board. They get discarded. And the villain player, for the win, is going to play 1 card face down. And by doing so, he's going to give his final thug brawler a move action. This guy can move 3 spaces. 1, 2, see you later. He runs off the board. 3 of the thugs have escaped. And with 3 of the thugs escaping, let's take a look in the book here. If the villains win, well, the win condition, the villains win if at least 3 of the street thugs move off the board as described under the special rules. Well, that just happened. The villain wins, the street thugs get away cleanly. The heroes will have to work harder to find the gang's hideout now. Proceed to battle 3. Well, I'm going to go to battle 2 anyway for the next playthrough of this game, because I'm going to do them in order. Probably should have rethought some strategy a little bit at the beginning of the game, but wow, the villain player had those 2 double thug brawler move cards with a double move on each one to start the game with, so that was really good luck on his part. But the turtles didn't do too bad a job in knocking out 7 of the 10 thugs. So anyway, that was Battle 1, Street Cleaners, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Shadows of the Past board game. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, I will be doing another playthrough of this, and yes, I will be doing battle number 2. Not going to jump right to 3, even though the Turtles lost. So there you have it. So thanks so much for watching along. And I really appreciate your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Once again, yes, so much appreciated to have the interaction here on my channel. So thanks so much for that. All right, so join me next time for another complete board, card, or dice game playthrough. That's what I do here on my channel. And we'll see you next time for another complete series.